I was reading Deuteronomy 13 a few weeks ago, and I've been meaning to share this with y'all, and I wanted to point out something that I thought was interesting point when I was reading Deuteronomy 13. Stick with me because it won't be too long, but in Deuteronomy 13, at the beginning, the Most High was telling us about false prophets and false dreamers, and if a false prophet or false dreamer tells you to go away from the way I've commanded you, then that false dreamer, that false prophet will be put to death. Deuteronomy 13:5. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shall thou put the evil away from the midst of you. And as you keep reading on, it also tells you, if your brother, your son, or thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thy own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers. So just reiterating, if someone else tried to tell you to do that, don't consider unto them, and they will be put to death as well. Now, what I thought was interesting was the word thrust. I thought that was so interesting. I was like, and I immediately thought of Luke 22:31, when it tells us that Satan desires to have us as wheat. And so right here, the Most High is telling us, if somebody's telling you to go away from the way I've commanded you to walk, they're going to be put to death. They're trying to thrust you. And so when I was looking at it in another translation in the GNT, it was saying when they try to lead you away, they're trying to turn you away. And I was like, wow, Luke 22:31. So it immediately dawned on me that is exactly what Satan is trying to do. And that just goes to show you the spirits that helping people in the spirits that are at work. Satan desires to have us as wheat. And when you desire something, you are longing for something. You are wishing for something to happen. And I'll put the definition on the screen. And so let this be a friendly reminder that Satan desires to have us as wheat. And he's trying to thrust us from the way which the Most High has commanded us to walk on. The Most High has commanded us to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Because verse 4 tells us, ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him and cleave unto him. And Christ reiterates that. He reiterates and tells us in John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. So even from the Old Testament to the New, the commandments still must be kept. And I just wanted to remind us that Satan is going to do everything he can to thrust us from the way which the Most High has commanded us to walk. And we have to remember that even Satan transforms into an angel of light. These spirits can hop on anybody and make it sound good. And that's why it's so important to read and study for ourselves. And then at that point, I immediately thought of Matthew 4, when Christ was tempted by Satan, and Satan was saying all the right things to make it sound good. He was even quoting scripture. And that immediately dawned on me, like, see, anybody can make this word sound good. So it's so important that we prove all things and hold fast that which is good, and let God be true and every man a liar. But be mindful of the teachers you're watching, the videos you're watching, the pastor you're listening to. Prove all things and study yourself approved. Study for yourself, because anybody can make it sound good. Because Satan's whole job, his whole mission, his desire is to sift us as wheat. His desire is to thrust us from the way which the Lord have commanded from us, but we are to put the evil away from us. So when Satan tries to tempt you and tries to get you to go against what the Most High has commanded us to do, which is keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, when Satan tries to make it sound good, to try to make sin sound good, put the evil away from you. Rebuke that spirit. Go on a fast. Pray against that spirit. Rebuke with all authority. Ecclesiastes 7:21. Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. So we got to make sure that we're not taking to heed to every word spoken, because sometimes everything people say isn't always right. Because again, Satan was tempting Christ. Was that right? He was quoting scripture, but was that right? No. So you have to be mindful of the advice you're getting. You have to be mindful of the counsel you're getting. You have to be mindful of the videos you're watching. You have to be mindful of the things that people say to you, because everybody is not saying things in your best interest. Everybody is not telling you things so you can grow and you can increase. Sometimes people are telling you things so you can fall, and they're wanting you to fall. Just like when Satan was tempting Christ on that mountain, he was telling him these things not for Christ's benefit, because Satan wanted to see him fall. So be mindful of the advice you're getting from people. Be mindful of the things you're listening from people, because everybody is not telling you things for your best interest at heart. They want to see you fall. They're trying to get you to go against the Most High. 37:11. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous, neither with a coward in matters of war, nor with a merchant concerning exchange, nor with a buyer of selling, nor with an envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with the hireling for a year finishing work, nor with an idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any man of counsel. So Sirach 37 right there, also known as Ecclesiasticus, is telling us right then and there, so everybody don't got good advice. Don't go asking a man that is a coward about how to prepare for a war, because he's not gonna know what to tell you. So be mindful of the people you're getting advice from. Be mindful of everything you're listening to, because Sometimes the things people say be completely off. It be madness. It is not thus saith the Lord. If it's not in the Bible, if it does not align with the words of the Most High God, cast it down. Let the Most High God be true and every man a liar. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. And remember that Satan desires to sift us as wheat. Deuteronomy 13:5. Remember what we just read. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he have spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So sometimes people are speaking to you to turn you away from the way the Most High has commanded us. Just how Satan spirits be hopping on sometimes your family to tell you, you know, you in that cult, you don't need to be keeping them commandments. That's done away with. That ain't nothing but a spirit hopping on that person to thrust you out of the way which the Most High commanded you to walk in. That ain't nothing but a spirit hopping on that person to speak, to turn you away from the Lord your God. So be mindful, be vigilant, and be not ignorant of Satan's devices, because he's going to do everything he can to sift us out as wheat, because he doesn't want us walking on this righteous, straight, and narrow path. And he's going to do everything he can through anybody to speak to us, to turn us away from the way with which the Most High has commanded us. So be vigilant, and don't take heed to every word spoken. Know when things are Satan, perceive when things are Satan, and cast that down, and don't be ignorant. So shalom.